A new era of rally sim racing is upon us. The official reveal trailer for EA Sports WRC has just dropped, and there's some really interesting stuff, especially for the more simulation inclined, and those wanting to build their own rally cars. Yes, really. First I'll play the trailer, and then we'll unpack everything.
This is not racing.
It's a dirty fight, lads.
This is hard-stopping, skull-shaking corners. This is gut-wrenching airtime.
Swell out sharp.
This is nature's wrath.
Turn to left.
This is near misses and almost made it. This is marginal gains. This is the very limits of control. This is the weight of history. I will not stop. I will not stop.
Over finish.
This is greatness.
Hard left over crest into early flat right.
This is rally.
Now I know what you're thinking. If there's anything that the WRC games are, it's certainly not a simulation. But things are a little different here. Codemasters, the creator of the Dirt Rally franchise, acquired the WRC license recently. And this could be a fantastic thing for rally fans. At the start of the trailer, there's a big bold bit of text saying, "From the creators of Dirt Rally." This tells me that codies are going for more of a simulation, like their previous games, rather than the arcadey WRC games of past. In fact, they're saying this is a truly next generation rally game, and the quintessential title for sim racing enthusiasts. If that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will. The senior creative director has stated that EA Sports WRC has been created on the Unreal Engine, and it has allowed them to really push rally to the edge of what is deemed possible. Now to me, this sounds brilliant. One of the greatest simulation titles of all time, Assetto Corsa Competizione, was also created on Unreal, and it allowed them to really push the boat out in terms of physics, and create one of the most realistic, and most importantly, best feeling simulations ever. Could this be what Codemasters are hinting at? Maybe. However, there is one caveat to Unreal Engine, and it's a pretty big one, being optimisation. It took literal years for Assetto Corsa Competizione to become even remotely playable in VR, and with Dirt Rally 2's questionable performance on even mid-tier setups, I am questioning whether the game will be running as smooth as it should given their previous titles' trite with performance. As a VR main, this does worry me a bit. They went on to say there's a dynamic handling system that refines Codemasters' original model and gives players the most realistic off-road experience to date. They've also been taking feedback from actual rally drivers, which is always a necessity for a simulation title. In Dirt Rally 1, the cars had no weight behind them, and they would just float over jumps and flip over way too easily. In Dirt Rally 2, they had a touch more weight, but in my opinion the physics were almost exaggerated. You could put on 10% brake and the thing would do an instant donut, which is hyperbole of course. If Codemasters can get the physics somewhere between these two, I think this would be a great sweet spot. The cars need weight, but not so much weight the physics feel like Ridge Racer. But something really unique is they're saying players can personalise the handling, and make adjustments to help them master the ultimate player versus environment off-road challenge. Now if we remove the fluff, they're saying players can modify the physics to make the game easier. So if your kid is playing on a gamepad and you on a wheel, I'm sure you'd want to make the game a little bit easier for them, which it sounds like you'll be able to do. I'm all for inclusivity, and this is a great thing for the game. Appealing to both casual and more hardcore audiences can only be a good thing, of course given if it's done right. There is a chance on a game built with both arcade and simulation physics that either one will be malnourished. Of course they're leaning more to sim racing, so it does leave me wondering how the easier arcade settings will be. And of course, what's to stop someone putting the physics to the easiest settings doing a world record and uploading it to YouTube. I hope there's an easy way to tell what version of the physics someone is using. The next thing that was revealed is the thing I am perhaps most hyped for. The introduction of Builder fulfills the dream of those longing to create their own modern era rally car, and we can see a bunch of cars that look like they belong in the WRC but don't quite fit the description of any brands currently competing. We'll be able to select the chassis, body shells, and all important mechanical parts before customizing the interior and exterior, finally personalizing with the livery editor. I'm sure this is something that 90% of people would be interested in, and it sounds like F1 Creator Team career mode on steroids. Never have we seen something like this before, and creating your own team and liveries will give you an even deeper connection to the career mode. I'm hoping we'll get a little more customization on the exterior appearance of our car rather than just preset body shells, but time will tell. And I'm also hoping that the builder mode does come with a full career behind it, where you would have to win races for cash rewards in order to buy better parts. From what they've told us so far, we will only be able to build cars and race them. No mentions of a career mode yet. But of course this is a WRC game and it's going to have a WRC career mode. I'm just hoping we can inject our own team and custom built car into this. Of course, in the trailer we also get a good look at the cars, stages and weather, with over 18 official WRC locations and over 600 kilometers of asphalt, gravel and snow stages. Dirt Rally 2, their previous title, came with just 13 stages including DLC. Now I'm wondering if any of those will be repurposed into the new game, but I guess we'll see. Although this sounds like more than enough content to ship with, and I'm sure more will be added later, for a price of course. They've also teased all the cars we'll be getting, with 10 current WRC, WRC2 and Junior WRC vehicles, plus 68 of the most iconic rally cars spanning 60 years of the sport. So again, lots of content here. Codemasters have also been working with the manufacturers themselves on these cars to make sure they're all up to scratch. Personally, with what I've seen, I'm not blown away with the car models, and they don't look like an evolution from the previous titles. They could easily be from either Dirt Rally 1 or 2. I haven't touched on the graphics overall because this is a sim racing channel, but they do look decent. However, nothing has blown me away as of yet. Although, again, these don't really matter to me or any other sim racer, it's all about the physics. They didn't touch much on the weather, but in the trailer we can see some pretty heavy rain, and it looks fantastic. I'm sure this will change the handling of the cars as it's supposed to, as well as making the road surface softer. Yes, EA have stated that deteriorating surfaces are making a comeback, and on the Unreal Engine, I'm sure it's about to get a whole lot better, or worse, depending on how you look at it. This will play a real part in the multiplayer, which is confirmed to be 32-player and cross-platform. Starting 32nd will ensure you bask in all the terrain deformity goodness. The multiplayer comes with all the usual gumph we're used to at this point, with player rally championships and of course using RaceNet. Clubs will also be making a comeback as well as moments, allowing you to relive pivotal scenarios from the 23 season alongside classic events from the sports archive. So, what are you thinking so far? I was worried that upon acquiring the WRC license, Codemasters would go full arcade mode to appeal to the masses, but I've been pleasantly surprised with them sticking to their simulation heritage, and perhaps leaving even more into the simulation side. But of course, casual sofa players on their gamepads will still be able to get their fix by making the physics easier. This is pretty much all I could have asked for, and more. The builder mode really took me by surprise, and it is something I would genuinely buy this game for. It's good to see a franchise actually trying to innovate these days, something which can't be said for other EA titles like FIFA, but we can't get too hyped yet. EA WRC will be releasing on November 3rd and is available for pre-order now, but I'll always tell you, never pre-order games, despite being a #EA partner. Anyway, thanks for watching, have a good one.